What's up everyone, it's Victoria. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about travel nursing. I'm going to cover what is travel nursing, why did I choose to become a travel nurse, how to become a travel nurse and what it takes to be one, the benefits of travel nursing, and lastly, where do I plan to go on next. Before I jump into it, I'll give you a little bit about my nursing experience and my background. I have been a nurse now for a little bit over 2 years. I specialize in neuro, which means patients who have any brain injuries, spinal cord injuries. Those are typically my patients. I landed my first job in Hawaii in a level 1 trauma center. There I was trained to be BCLS and ACLS certified. Also got my stroke certification as a neuro nurse, which is called your NIHSS. Typically every neuro nurse should have this certification. So I stayed on the neuro floor and worked as a neuro nurse for 2 years. After 2 years of that, I considered on becoming a travel nurse. These hospitals need nurses immediately. So to save time on their end, they hire travel nurses to work for them. Different agencies will offer different locations they can get you a job in. So I always highly recommend you working with multiple agencies so you get what you want. For example, I wanted to work in Washington, specifically in Seattle. So I reached out to my agent and I asked if there are any job opportunities in Seattle, Washington. You might not get the exact hospital you want to work in, but at least you're in the general area of where you want to be in. In terms of pay and how much money you make, that also depends on the location and the hospital, as well as what the agency offers you. So what is travel nursing? It's exactly what it sounds. You're a nurse who is traveling from state to state, or it could be locally, to work in a hospital where they are understaffed and they need more nurses to safely take care of their patients. A travel assignment is usually 13 weeks in length. Sometimes they are shorter. I have seen 4 to 8 weeks, but they are more rare to come across. If I accepted a job offer that required me to fly there, the agency would typically pay for my flight. Or if I drove there, likewise, they would just pay for my gas. And oftentimes with travel agencies, they pay for your housing and your food. They take care of you. I like the idea that you do get some freedom of where you want to go. And oftentimes, especially recently after COVID, the pay is great. And overall, it's a great opportunity to see the world, to meet other travelers out there. And the best part is I believe by being exposed to so much new and different things, it even makes you a better nurse because you have to adapt and you have to keep learning and find out what works, what doesn't work. And that's the exciting part about travel nursing too, along with just the travel itself. So how do you become a travel nurse? To become a travel nurse, you typically have to have at least 2 years of experience, but I have seen and talked to nurses where they had 1.5 years or close to 2 years of experience. So once you have your 2 years under your belt, you do make your account and you reach out to different travel agencies out there. The agent then will reach out to you and they'll ask you, what are your priorities? Is it the pay? Is it the location? X, Y, and Z. Once you find your desired job and you tell your agent does all the work for you and you just have to wait. This time frame of finding a job and applying for it and them accepting you and you flying out to that location is all within a month. So you got to get the ball rolling. Travel nursing does require you to be fast and to be very adaptive. So if you consider on becoming a travel nurse, welcome the changes, welcome the pressure, and do it. Now I'll share a little bit with you about my experience as a travel nurse. I'm on my first travel assignment in Washington. And to be completely honest and candid, I was 110% terrified and excited all at the same time. I had this constant thought in my mind that I wasn't capable enough, that I wouldn't be fast enough to work as a travel nurse. But erase that thought because you're 100% capable. They wouldn't hire you if you weren't qualified. And you truly have to remind yourself that the basics remain true. Of course, there's going to be different things. You are in an entire new hospital, new people, different equipment, medication system, hospital protocol and policies, how to page the doctors. I had 3 days of orientation back to back and I hit the floor running. And I absolutely love this hospital I'm at. Ratio is great. For one nurse, you get 3 patients in a day. At night, you get 4 patients, which isn't always like that. I also love my manager. I'm very grateful for my schedule and I have a manager that works with travelers and they consider what days you want off and what days you want to work. I also found a lot of outgoing and fun travel nurses on the floor, specifically the floor that I'm on. They're so supportive and that helped my transition here it made my travel experience really good. I really liked how they welcomed me as a traveler because I've heard stories where other travelers felt like they were foreigners because of the hospital culture, and it made them feel like they're out of place, which is so unfortunate because travelers are there to fill in the need, so there is safe practice for the staff but also for the patients. I loved my hospital so much I even extended for a month, and that is an option where if you really like your assignment, you just talk to your agent and then also your manager to see if extension is a option for you. And side note, Washington is not a compact state, which means that you need to get a separate nursing license just to work in Washington. Other states that aren't considered a compact state include Oregon, Hawaii, Alaska, New York, but all that info is online for you to research and read about. Another great thing about Washington is that there is great food here. You can find a lot of pictures and my activities in Washington on my Instagram page. It's in the description below. If you're still interested in travel nursing, this is my first assignment in Washington. I highly recommend it. You're in the city, but also the Northern Cascades are right there for hiking. So many mountains to snowboard and get into winter sports. And if you're a surfer too, the surf is still there. You just need a thick, sturdy wetsuit. But that is a wrap, my friends. If you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see where the next adventure takes us.